Welcome to the We Are Indy Nation podcast. I'm Evan J. Thomas. With me always is Dennis Stover. This week's episode, we break down the Irish's 41-40 loss at home to Texas A&M. And with an 0-2 start, can Notre Dame run the table and make the playoff like they did last year? We will have our predictions for the Notre Dame and Purdue game this Saturday that both Dennis and I will be at. Dennis's first home game, and I don't know how long.
Yay.
Yeah, but
it'd be much better if they were 1-1 instead of 0-2. But I mean, it'll be fun. The last game I was at was 2013, so that's 12 years.
Wow. So how are you feeling today, Dennis? What's going on?
My loss stinks. I'm not gonna yell and scream, and because I think I probably already did enough of that. It's really disappointing, though. It's really, really disappointing. Because, again, being a Notre Dame fan for a long time, it's like we've seen this before. They have a good year and they progress, to be a top level team. And then in 2 games in 8 quarters, they're 0-2, it's like, and it's just a 3-game losing streak when you think about,
Yeah. And actually, I brought that up last week where they were 2-game losing streak. But anyway, talking about the 0-2 start, obviously this game went wrong in various ways. You and I were texting throughout the entire game. Give me what you saw that was the major problem.
Sometimes I thought you and I were watching different games because I was like, is this guy seeing the same thing that I'm seeing? I was like, what game is he watching?
I try to be positive.
You are the ultimate optimist, and I love you for that. But it's like, dude, you are not blind either. Like,
I know.
To put it in, numbers don't lie, and since they got rid of Van Gorder and that awful, what was it, 2016 or 7? Anyway, his tenure was terrible, right? And they made strides to get, but ever since then, Kelly he got Elko, he got Clark Lee, he had Marcus Freeman, and then Marcus Freeman gets Al Golden, and it's like, and then Al Golden, the last 2 years, okay, you know how hard this is in college football, and this is what separates the great teams from the mid-level teams, is having a top 5 defense. That's obviously proven. I think within the last couple national championships, there may have been one team that wasn't a top 5 defense. So Notre Dame, top 5 defense the last 2 years. Top 5 defense the last 2 years. In 8 quarters, they have regressed to 108th nationally this year. 108th. What did they give up? 3,000, I think, passing yards to Marcel Reed?
360 passing yards. 488 total yards.
If Ash said what he was planning on doing in the preseason of not changing up anything, he's got the blueprint, the players, this, that, and the other. These guys are out there, one, looking clueless. Like, there is no pass rush.
Zero.
They just look absolutely lost. And then when they pan to Ash on the sideline, he looks clueless, and he's like, he has this like who farted look on his face, like, did I forget to turn the lights off, or did I leave the kid in the car or something? It's just, he looks befuddled and just, I'm not gonna rip on the kids because they're kids, but I'm gonna go after the coaches, man, because he's a man and he's 40.
He's 40.
Man. He is awful, and I think Freeman should take over the play calling. I
called that with you during the game.
It's just that stat to me. Yeah, they lost the game, and you can go to Buckner, and I don't blame it on Buckner because all that would have done, they would have tied the game. That's all Buckner did was prevent the game from being tied and going to overtime. He didn't lose the game for us. That play happens. It just sucks that it happened at that time.
Correct.
That's football, right?
And I saw
it could have went our way. What's that, Holmes?
I was going to say, I saw so many people blaming the loss on Buckner, but like you said, there were so many other things that went wrong during that game.
Yeah, that's
just blame on just that.
the number one thing is the defense overall as a whole. It's not even the one unit. It's the whole, because there's no pressure. I don't know why they are not playing Rubio and starting Rubio. When he was out there, he made a difference. He batted a ball down. He was putting pressure. He's a big body. They got small-ass Heinisch out there, and it's like you're not playing Navy, dude. You need some beef up there, man.
Yeah.
And the defensive backs, bro.
And this is where I'm going to go. You said you don't really take shots at players or blame them. Christian Gray, what the fuck are you looking at, dude? What are you playing?
Oh, man, you went there. There it is.
I did.
We got to have a little icon that goes up for Twitter.
That's why there's now a note at the bottom.
I love that. I saw that. That's hilarious.
We swear because that's what real people do. You know what? I figured
Continue.
But anyway, Christian Gray getting beat. Not only getting beat, but he got beat on that one play where he actually came up on Mario Craver and went to throw a shoulder to try to tackle him and almost whiffed. And he went right by him.
I mean, he hit him, but all he's got to do is wrap up. The guy goes down.
I don't like.
Again, that's coaching. Like, where's the technique of tackling? Like, I can't. Chris Ash is not a good defensive coordinator. I know all the fans and all the people are like us. It's Brian Van Gorder. I was saying it, and it is. It's exactly like.
So I sent you that meme the other day. Was it yesterday? Where it was the Scooby-Doo picture. Hey, look who it is! And it went from Van Gorder to Ash.
Yeah, well, that's basically it. What else? Yeah, he got beat bad, but not only this, the score. Notre Dame put up 34 points, and then we had the punt block. So we put up a lot of points. The fact that we gave up so many yards, and we haven't given up yards like this. We didn't give up yards like this in the playoff against Georgia and Penn State. It's crazy, man.
488 total yards. Like we said, 0 sacks, nearly 0 pass rush. I mean,
like if any other job. Right, and this is the job for these coaches, right? If any other job, you or I or anybody in a position like that they're in, right, and their performance from just a few months to not even the end of the year, right? It's like January, they play January all the way through January. I know there's missing a couple pieces on defense. I get it, but that's college football. And then you regress that bad in 2 games. And I know it's only 4 points, but I don't believe in that. Oh, it's a moral victory, because it's still a loss, man. You can win every game, go 12-0, and win every game by 1 point. Are you going to say you're not an undefeated, awesome team? It's just the way it goes, right?
So the interesting thing that I've been seeing on different platforms, Marcus Freeman, as it shows at the bottom, second 0-2 start on his career to start a season. Though last year, after 2 games, we were 1-2 in a horrible loss at home to NIU. And I keep saying, is Notre Dame in a better position this year?
We were 1-1 going into Purdue.
What did I?
You said 1-2. We were 1-1. We
lost.
We beat A&M, and then we lost to NIU.
Yeah, I thought that's what I said. I thought we were 1-1.
Whatever. 1-1.
Okay. So we were 1-1 going into the
2 years before that, Marcus Freeman was 0-2. Losing to Ohio State and Marshall.
So we lost to NIU. We were 1-1 on the season at the same time we are now. Are we at a better position now, losing to 2 top 20 teams by a total of 4 points this year than we were last year losing to NIU?
No, because we only lost to NIU 16-14, and Riley Leonard had a terrible game. And we only allowed 16 points, and they got a field goal at the end. We had a chance, but they blocked a field goal at the end. So no, again, top 5 defense for the last 2 years and regressed in 2 games to 108. That's it. The prosecution rests. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say
he's a bum.
I'm going to say we're in a better position this year, losing the 2 top 20 teams by a total of 4 points with the rest of the season left. Just saying that's my point.
It took 5 years for ND to get to that level of defense, and in 2 games they regressed to what they used to be, the laughingstock and this and that. Do you think just somehow miraculously in another 10 games that they're going to be able to turn the defense around that quickly when it took 5 years to get it to that level?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, you have a lot of hope in Ash, and I
do think they can turn it
Freeman
around.
made this coach speak is madness, because a lot of times, and this is every coach at any level, it sounds ignorant, because when he used a term. Man, what did he say? We have to be. It's so like ignorant sounding. I can't even remember what it says, but it's basically using back-to-back adverbs, like ending both words in ly, and it just sounds so stupid. Oh, something velocity, or using, excuse me, one adverb, not two, but something like, and it just sounds really dumb. I don't like, they're not executing correctly because they're not processing it fast enough. So therefore they're not attacking with velocity. And it's just some of the phrases and the terms, I sound like an idiot now because I'm not doing a good job of describing it. So I'll get off my soapbox, but coach, because he didn't say anything in the press conference. You know what I mean? He didn't say anything, basically. He said a lot without saying anything. And it's just, there's really no depth chart changes to make. I think Rubio should be starting. I think they should rotate better like that. Moore is going to be injured. I think he's out, possibly, because he tweaked his knee or something.
Ankle, it looked like, because they had it taped up.
But for him to sit there, because the question was asking, for him not to really see it and think like there is a serious problem on defense. I just don't think you're doing the fans and yourself service enough to just think that you can fix it with a light switch and you're going to fix it overnight. They were really good. They were good teams. We'll see how it plays out. Miami looks legit. We can see what happens with A&M.
I agree.
But I just wanted more from what, I never heard the term velocity in football before, so maybe it's because I haven't played in 48 years, so I don't know. But
one glaring loss at the end of that game, obviously we had Adon Schuler was out for being ejected for targeting on another BS call. So obviously,
that targeting call was absolutely horrendous. And I guess Terry McNulty or McCauley or whatever, he's like
McCauley.
He said at the end of the game, I guess the refs missed badly a hold on the final play of the game.
It wasn't a hold. It was a tackle by the offensive lineman.
And he even was like, the SEC kind of, but we can't do that. You know what I mean? We can't.
I'm not blaming the refs because it's not the refs' fault for that.
Right.
But Adon Schuler.
It's the defense's fault because, again, they scored 41 points.
Adon Schuler not being in that game at the very last play where I think it was Drake Bowen was on the coverage.
Yeah, Drake Bowen was on the coverage. So was it 4th and long and 13 seconds to go and they scored. And that they should make the playoffs just based on that. I mean, it's kind of a sad showing. You can't even get a stop then. Ash can't even motivate the guys that much to get that stop.
Yeah.
Like, come on. He's not good. I'm sorry. He's just not. And I don't see it. I don't see how they're going to turn it around. I mean, I hope like hell we beat Purdue, but we'll see, man.
Well, let's move over to the offensive side of the ball because I had a big problem with the play calling and all these effing Wildcat calls.
The leper cat. Remember the leper cat?
Oh my! It was insane. I mean, they got stuffed a couple times, especially once on 4th down. Then they tried it on a 3rd down and a 4th down again. They actually made one. But it's like, where did this come from? The week before was the damn bubble screen and the RPOs that they were doing. This week it was that. Where is the offense going wrong? I'm not going to blame Carr because he's putting up some numbers as a freshman. I mean,
Carr's doing a really good job. I don't know if I love 32. That. I've never been a fan of the Wildcat, honestly, because it's not the decoy that everybody thinks it is. I don't know.
Not when you run it 10 times a game either.
Well, especially with your number 1 or 2 back and they know it's coming. I'm
exactly. Exactly. You can't just put in Love and have him sit back there because I mean the guy, is he injured? Who knows?
If you want to do it like that, or why I've never understood getting away from going under center and having a fullback as a
You called
giant
that
lead
during the game.
blocker and just running it.
What's
Just
wrong
saying
with the
we
I
are going to be
formation?
better than you. We need 2 yards. If we don't get it, we're going to walk off the field because we shouldn't be on the field playing football if we can't get 2 yards.
You called it.
Like,
You said they should have done like a I formation, straight up, done it.
I
Couldn't do
don't
it. They
understand.
didn't even do a dive play. It was just, give the ball to Love, see what opens up, let's go there.
And then, okay, so on the offensive side of the ball, it's not Carr. It's definitely some of the play calling. Carr's playing great, but the kid shouldn't be throwing it 32 times in his second meaningful snap of college football. When you got supposed stud offensive line, because that offensive line they played a little bit better, but it still leaves a little bit to be desired. Love shouldn't be carrying the ball 23 times either, I don't think, man.
Well, I mean, I see that as, well, think about
Not
it.
when you got 3 of them.
Who's the
What was the average? That kid is not. He is not a 23, 25 carry back game. You're gonna kill the kid before the season ends.
Who's third on the depth chart on the running back?
Aeneas Williams.
Have they even used?
He was awesome in the playoffs last year, isn't he? I haven't
Did
seen
they
him
use him yet this year?
No, man, no.
Why?
I don't know. We're not the coaches. They obviously know what we don't, which obviously I'm sitting in an apartment.
Yeah, Aeneas Williams played out of his ass for those couple games. He gets his moment. He actually he produces. That's what he does. So it's like if you need an extra back, throw him in there. Don't keep using the same 2 guys doing the same scat back crap that they were doing. Because, man, did I get pissed off during that game. I yelled at one point. I swear my neighbors heard me, and I don't give a crap. But I was like, you can't keep running that effing play because it wasn't working. Yes, it worked at that one time toward the end where he scored, but that was like it.
Yeah. Well, obviously, he realizes that he doesn't have Riley Leonard. So I think that's why he tried to do it. Because when you think about it, that's what he did with Riley Leonard was essentially a wildcat back.
He was your wildcat.
But
correct.
There was the threat of him throwing the ball, even though he wasn't the best passer, but he was the quarterback, right? When you put Love or Price back there, you know they're not going to throw the football.
Exactly. So they load the
even
box.
If you put Carr, and then you're wasting a blocker because you put Carr out there as a decoy, like you're going to throw it to him, he's going to go. Come on, man.
What was the thing you said during the game that you thought I was wrong or misunderstood what you said? Who did you say should have been in there during those plays?
Oh, put a package in for Minchie, dude.
Exactly. Why not?
I don't see why not, because the leopard cat doesn't work. So,
I mean, you put in him. Holy cow! Things could change up. Change it up a little bit.
How do you defend that then? Because then you have to worry about. I mean, it's not a quarterback controversy either. It's
not at all.
It's putting two good athletes on the field. Carr is QB1, but we might give like 5, 6, 7, 8 snaps to Minchie.
Why not? If you're giving 7, 8 snaps to the running backs, why not give it to Minchie?
How do you defend that? Because Minchie can hand it off to one of the backs. He can take off and run, and he can throw the ball. How do you defend it?
You know what that's called? The option.
The RPOs. Yeah. So that's my gripe on offense. I mean, it just goes to show you if we had a little bit better left tackle and they were run blocking a little bit more because Carr, I mean, a 142 QBR. He's gotten better numbers than old Heisman, give it to him, national champ Arch Manning.
Yeah. 142 QBR, almost 63% completion. Obviously,
it just goes to show you what Denbrock can do with
yeah. And I know he's trying to be cute with the Wildcat, but again, you could have done maybe a couple bubble screens / RPOs.
I think he needs to stop worrying about protecting Carr and just let him play.
Exactly.
He's going to make some turnovers. He's going to make turnovers as long as they're not like at a a rip like insert
Drew
Tommy
Pine?
Reese.
Like a Drew Pine move or something?
Or Tommy Reese, old turnover Tommy.
Or oh my God, who is Andrew? What was his name? Holy cow, big head.
Andrew Hendricks.
Oh my God,
Wow.
that guy. Wasn't he? And Dane Christ even did a couple bad fumbles.
Yeah. So
I think you and I were at one.
Yeah, that's it was an inexcusable loss. I hope Freeman really gets it together. All those other great, things we said about him last week gets ready for, It's funny too because right before the end of our show for our predictions, I was going to pick A&M, and I was like, you know what, ND's got this game. Ash is no good.
So before we get to our predictions, we want to see any what other games we're going to be watching.
Yeah, the Illinois-Indiana game is going to be nice, huh?
Yeah. So why is Indiana so low just to start? Just kind of curious on that. Is it just because they've lost most of their players?
The schedule.
Okay.
The schedule is soft. They didn't play anybody last year. When they did, they lost.
True.
And then, I don't know how their schedule looks this year, but there was a lot of teams in front of them. But nobody saw, ND or Clemson being clunkers that they are, Florida tanking,
So it was funny because after the Clemson loss, what did I say to you? Hey, Clemson
could be the new Florida State. Now it's like maybe
like,
it'll be ND.
And I was like, holy crap. So you have the Illinois, Indiana. So Illinois is number 9, Indiana's 19. All these teams are 3-0. So you also have Auburn, number 22, and number 11, Oklahoma.
Ooh, at Oklahoma, that's going to be. That kid is playing. That Jackson Arnold's playing really good. I don't know. I like that Oklahoma, man. They're tough, I think.
The fun thing is you and I won't be watching those games because we will be tailgating at the Holtz's Heroes. And by the way, I got to add another $1 to that fund because of what I said earlier. So I think we're at. I said it twice.
Yeah.
I said one.
Well, we can go back and watch the tape, but maybe
So I think we're at like $15 overall between the two of us.
Sweet. And we decided on what charity we're gonna donate to.
It's on the Holtz's Heroes, man.
Awesome.
It's got to. Those are our boys over there, especially.
Yeah.
So let's look forward to this week's game.
Purdue's all right, let's talk about this week.
Purdue's 2-1. We have the spread. Notre Dame's a favorite by 25.5 points. Total over-under is 54.5. Quarterback for Purdue, 6'4" sophomore, 786 yards on the season, 5 TDs, 4 interceptions, 55 QBR, and a 63% completion percentage. Now, I mean, in 3 games, 786 yards. I mean, I'm not sure what to think on that, but probably not good. You?
I mean,
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen any tape of Purdue, so I don't know.
That should scare us because that's a lot of passing yards in 3 games. And they played USC last week, and they lost, 36-17. Everybody, that knucklehead on ESPN Game Day, with all the other knuckleheads. What's his name? Stanford Steve.
Oh, Stanford Steve.
He's a Muppet. He was like, why isn't USC ranked? Why isn't USC ranked? They got the #1 offense. And it's like, well, when they play, Muppet University in Stanford, Steve, they're going to put up 1,000 million yards, and then they play Purdue and they only score 36 points and blah, blah, blah. I know the game was delayed for 3 hours because of rain. But my point is, our defensive back should be scared a little bit because 786 yards is a lot in 3 games.
But here, I'm looking at this right now. So Brown last week against USC, 24-39 for 305 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions.
So I hope they're ready because everybody can see that, hey, you can pass the ball in ND.
Throw the ball on
they
ND.
have no pass rush. So are we going to blow this game out? How Notre Dame is getting 25 points? I can't believe it.
Well, didn't we put up 70 on them last year?
That was last year, dude.
Exactly. So they can't be a top 5 defense this year because it's not last year. Anyway, there we go. But they don't have really much of a rushing game either. They only had 52 yards last week. Yeah, I know where I'm going on this game. This one should be kind of easy for me to pick. I don't know what you're going to do because I'm going to be
Sorry, I
hanging
was
with you
looking
all
at
game.
stats.
Huh?
I said sorry, I was looking at stats.
Yeah, I was too. So I was right there with you. So I have this week. I have Notre Dame winning the game. What did I put it at? 45-13. That's my prediction.
God, you are so. I don't.
Pick however you think. You don't have to go with what I say.
I don't know how to think. I really don't know. I don't know. This team gives me zero confidence. The defense gives me zero confidence. Sure, we might score some points, but again, is it going to be one of those seasons where ND has to outscore every team? That's pathetic.
And
All right, here's a question. Here's something I wanted to talk about before we go into the. I think Notre Dame will win. I don't have a score, but I think Purdue's going to score. I think Purdue's going to score points. I say Notre Dame 25, Purdue. No, I'll go Notre Dame 65, Purdue 64. How's that? There you go. Does that make you happy?
65. I'm putting that in there.
Great.
Anyway,
They're going to give up 64 points to Purdue. Watch. Ash.
God, that is going to be a fun game sitting next to you all game.
Hat. Man, I had a really good point. Now I forgot. Oh, okay. Here it is. Let's go. They're 0-2 or whatever. Here's my proposal or my thing now. Going back and starting now, will Notre Dame run the table, or is there another loss coming?
Currently, there is another loss coming.
I see, and I think it's going to be at Arkansas.
Ooh,
I have
a Pittsburgh.
I mean, that's who I picked in my preseason, and they might lose that game too. But did Pittsburgh end up losing to West Virginia?
Yes.
Yeah, so
because your boy Pat McAfee actually picked Texas A&M.
Oh, that's why they won, because McAfee surprisingly, by a big surprise, picked his alma mater. Oh.
I know, shocking, right? But
it's just like old Homer Howard, Homer Desmond Howard picking Michigan every time.
Well, against OSU, it's easy.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, against Ohio State, he can pick that.
Old Eddie Munster, Ryan Day. Yeah. Ryan, just for day, man.
Just hey, man, don't hate.
Oh no, you look good, Scott Steiner. I can't. Yeah.
I'm pumped, baby.
Yeah.
You and I are going to have a blast. This will be your first game in 12 years at Notre Dame Stadium. The changes at that stadium.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the changes.
It is unbelievable. I love it. I don't know how you're going to take it because you remember back in the day and everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing is better than the old stadium. Even before the renovation. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't see it before the 80,000 renovation, excuse me. But I still liked it when it was just before I do like the Jumbotron, though. How can you get mad?
Is badass, man.
I can't get mad at that, And I like what they did. They cut down they've made less seats in the upper bowl, the new addition part, so you can see the library more and stuff. So that's cool.
Yep. So it'll be fun because we'll be hanging out at the Holtz's Heroes tailgate. I know Matt Shelton's going to be there, so we got to at least reach out to him. Lee Beckton's going to be there. Obviously, Reggie Brooks is probably going to be there. Steve Berline usually shows up. A bunch of other dudes are in and out. So hopefully Zorich shows up. We'll see who actually comes out to play on Saturday. That's why awesome. I say that the earlier we can get to the tailgate, the better. Because
that's great. Hopefully the defense comes out to play and makes me look like and I would love to look like a Muppet. Make me look like a Muppet, please. And stop somebody.
We'll try to do that. They will try to do that.
You're playing on Saturday?
No, that's what I said. I said
Are you coaching on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there in gear, all gear.
I think you could do a better job than Ash. I mean, And I've been very kind to him. I have not
So far.
laid into him.
One more loss, like if Purdue wins this game by more.
I mean, I honestly, I love your optimism, and I think you're really great for that. But I don't see them. What he has managed to dismantle in 2 games of football it's ridiculous. I mean, if you did that at some other big time job, that's like a profit margin, right?
Well,
So if you lost that much profit in your business,
it's kind of crazy in college football already. There's been 2 coaches that have been let go. You had UCLA and was it Virginia Tech?
Dude, when there's this, I mean, look at the level of money involved in college
football.
Well,
that's why they're letting these guys go.
They're like, you got to go because there's so much money, and it's just, it's bad.
It is
bad.
All right, my man. Well, let's wrap this show up. We're at 30 minutes.
Good.
It's gonna be awesome. Finally,
I can't wait to see you on Saturday, and I really hope. I just don't want to win. I would like to see an improvement, a vast improvement on the defensive side of the ball.
Would you like to see a 45-13 win? Because I know I would.
That'd be great. That would be it would be not acceptable, but it would definitely tamp down the I don't know. I still don't see this being a playoff team, though.
We'll see. We will see. And it all starts with this Saturday. Notre Dame at home against Purdue. For Dennis Stover, I'm Evan J. Thomas. Follow us all over the socials. And our website, weareNDNation.com. Until next week.
Go Irish. Fire Ash.